This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me, and this episode is some updates coming from Spain. Thank you to everybody that just watched the last episode on Flama Bikiri's murder and the in-depth into the trial and the conviction of two men. In the first story of this episode, the Spanish police have arrested 11 people for their alleged involvement in a gang called Dominican Don't, otherwise known as DDP. 3 of the detainees have already been sent to prison and are charged with a homicide that took place of a 25-year-old male on February the 5th in the Usera district of Madrid. The operation was carried out in the provinces of Toledo, Madrid and Valladolid. In addition to their arrest, there was 13 other investigations and several searches were carried out in various locations across the cities. They also seized weapons, a large number of machetes and knives, a significant number of narcotic substances and tools for preparation and distribution. Large amounts of money was also discovered, counterfeit money, and also material relating to gangs and crimes committed within the local area.
La parte trasera.
The prosecution has said in court that they belong to a criminal organisation that is prolific in homicide, illicit associations with crime against people, robberies, violence and intimidation. They also participate in trafficking of drugs, illegal possessions of weapons that include firearms and crimes against public health. The operation was the largest that the force has taken part in this year alone, and 100 officers were part of the command unit. And they said that the research into this went back to 2020 when they made an operation called Coyote, and they discovered that a violent youth gang had origins from the Latino Dominican Don't. And this led the police to create a new operation called Bacano in June 2021. So definitely a story that I'll follow and do an update for in the next week or two. In some other news coming from Spain, the Spanish police, in a joint operation with the National Police and Customs Surveillance Service and a joint collaboration with Portuguese police, have seized 172 kilos of hashish that was being imported into Spain in the cabin of a sailboat. The drug traffickers tried to import it through Gibraltar. The police arrested 2 people at El Puerto de Santa Maria in Cadiz. The 2 men that were arrested had previously sailed to Morocco, and they loaded the boats with narcotics and hid them in the cabins. And once they was in territorial waters, the maritime assistants tried to call them over and towed them into port in Spain. The drugs have been confiscated and are currently in a compound in Cadiz. And the police said this investigation itself went back to 2021 when they detected that sailboats and several other individuals were making suspicious movements coming to and from Morocco. They believe that this was the importation of hashish. And Morocco is actually the biggest exporter of hashish. It's not as popular as it used to be due to all the new cannabis, marijuana flavours that are emerging now. But there is still definitely a demand in the Spanish underground market. So this is just a brief summary of some updates coming from Spain, and I've got some British news coming in the next hour or two. So make sure you subscribe and don't forget to follow me online at Scarcity Studios on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter and Facebook. And I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.